What is going on, lunatics? Guys, we need to have a serious discussion today because there's some things happening within the community that seem to be dividing and trying to bring down some of the people. You saw a big whale sell-off yesterday, and whales should never feel like they have to leave, right? We want to embrace those kind of people. We want to bring them in. We don't want to have fighting. We don't want to have arguing. We don't want to have negativity. And I'm not saying that that's the reason that the person did or did not come in or leave. I'm not saying that's why they sold. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying though is if it quacks, it's probably a duck, right? So we're going to talk about this. In the meantime, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell to be notified of future content, and leave a comment down below. Wait until the end of this because you might not like it, but I think this is important, and it's probably a discussion that's a little bit overdue, or maybe we're already having, and I'm not hearing about it because this is kind of, it's weird. It's weird. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid.
All right, guys, real quick check-in on the price right here. You can see that while I started filming this a little while ago, and this is my second take. So while I started filming this a little while ago, the price spiked by about 500 points, and it went from 22.1 all the way up to about 22.7, just in just a very quick movement. And then it popped right back down to about 22.2 right now, up 4% on the day. When we were talking last night, I said, we might get a little bit of a relief pump. And the reason for that is, and I'm going to scroll over here, and I mean, you guys can see it for yourself. Like, we're not just making stuff up, right? When we had that last big sell-off, which was this move, I think that was, yeah. So it was this one right here. So the last time we had the gigantic sell-off, it was this moment right here, and then we're matching these things up, right? We see this right here, then we see this right here, right? Well, then right after that, we got this little relief pump. Well, we're getting a little relief pump. Well, now that means that we're probably looking at some more downward pressure. So there can be more downward pressure coming. And then what does that mean? It means after that we're going to move up like a mofo. And I don't know what the French word for mofo is, but we should have two relief bounces taking us up to a 3,400 is basically what I've been saying that we're going to get, and it looks like it's maybe written in the stars, and hopefully we're going to have that kind of relief bounce, and maybe that'll be an opportunity for people to make a little bit of profit, take a little bit of profit, maybe move it over to USBC because USTC is about to pump too, because it is sitting right on that little channel right now, and it's going through the little bounce process probably before it makes this run again, and probably again gets stopped right up here around this 56, like 5.5 cents or something level. But that's a big pump. That's a big pump, and make sure that you're part of it. Or if not, that's fine because you don't have to be. But here's what I want to talk about today. This is very important, and I hope you guys follow with me. And I hope that look, I don't want you to be mad at me, but I feel like I can do this because as you can see here, this is from Classy Crypto, and you can see my name is Believes Crypto, so obviously we're related. So this is my brother. So, but he's excited here. It looks like we'll be re-enabling the LUNC IBC a month in advance. This isn't Terra Rebels initiative either. Happy to see the other LUNC groups putting in the work as well to aid Luna Classic. Now, does that mean that Classy is supporting this? No. What it means is he's happy to see other LUNC groups putting in, and we should by this point we should be calling it lunacy, because come on, embrace the lunacy. Like that's crazy. We call ourselves lunatics. It should be lunacy, right? So happy to see other lunacy groups put in the work as well to aid Luna Classic. Now that's important, right? But here's what's happening right now. We've got this proposal that's been submitted by an outside group that's trying to put in the work as well to aid. But that's not exactly putting in the work. This is just putting a proposal up and saying, hey, that thing that we're already doing, let's do that faster, right? Now, at the same time, people don't want to pay the developers, and there seems to be a fight about paying the developers. Now, listen, if you don't pay people, they don't work, or if they do work and they do it on their spare time or in their free time. And if that's good enough for you, that's okay. But listen, there are grown men out here that have the capability of revitalizing a dead blockchain that are trying to do that. And instead of being embraced by the community, not all of it, but instead of being embraced by the community, they're being divided into factions. That's not healthy. That's not good. It is nature, but it's not healthy. It's not good, and we have to find a way to just stop some of the crybabies who are going out of their way to speak louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. And one of those guys, Bull BNB, has been out here. At first, he was super excited about everything that he saw. You know why? Not because he wanted to see a revitalized blockchain. Let's call a spade a spade. Bull BNB is here for that money, y'all. He's not here to make this a better blockchain. He has a goal. His goal, the reason that Bull BNB shows you his wallet is because there's one thing that matters to him, and that is what's in that wallet. He'll show you the big green pump. He doesn't show you all the rest of it, right? He shows you the big green pump so that you can get excited, because what does he want to do? Well, Bull BNB wants to get in on a project, like let's call it LUNC, like he wants to get on Luna Classic. He wants to get himself situated in a nice low position. Then he wants to share it with a whole bunch of people. He's got 300,000 followers. Share it with a whole bunch of people. Then a bunch of those people say, oh, I'm going to get in because Bull BNB got in. And what does that do? That pumps the price just a little bit. And what does that do? That gives him exit liquidity. Now, if he puts $1 million into a project, thanks. But if he later pulls his $1 million out and leaves 30 or 40,000 or 50,000 in, because that's the type of move that he's capable of making, more power to him. But at the end of this, all he did was take 30 or 40,000 from all of you people who followed him and turned it into his bag that he's now holding on to. And I hope that you guys see this, and I hope that you recognize that this is what's going on. You're being manipulated, because then when he didn't get the pump that he wanted, and he didn't get everything that he wanted immediately, what did he do? He said that the Terra rebels were childish and that this is silly. Why? Because he wasn't getting the profit. Then what did he do? He went to Jasmy. And what did he do? He showed you his green wallet where he was making the money. Then he moved on to and what did he do? He showed you his green wallet. Guys, these people, they're not your friends. These are not the people that you should be following and that you should be respecting, because they don't respect the project. Now, if you're here just to make some money, if you're just here to swing trade or day trade and make your money that way, cool. That's fine. But don't give your opinion, because what we need is a thriving blockchain that's going to work, and it's going to work for the people. That's what we really need, right? And that's what we would like to have. So you sit on the sideline like a good girl and just let the grown-ups do the work. And then you just throw some money in and you make profy waffy, and then you make everything better. Okay. Because that's all that's happening right now. So let's move on. Guys, what I'm saying is, don't be a sheep. Don't be a sheep. There's a lot of proposals. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of resentment going on. And it's not the resentment of the people who invested way up at $100 who are now completely wrecked. Those are not the people complaining. It's the low-hanging fruit that got in here and invested at 0.0003, and now they're sitting at 0.00022, and they're crying like they're some kind of goddamn expert when they're not. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just a bunch of whiny crybabies, and don't give them the oxygen. Now, it is my opinion at this point that something will have to change in the Luna Classic community, and it will be for the better, and it will be to the benefit of the entire community. And that thing is, the Terra rebels are going to have a little bit more power, a little bit more stroke, a little bit more organization, and a little bit better communication to let you guys know what is happening, what could be happening, how this thing all puts itself together. And listen, I know that I just got on an epic sort of rant, and I hope that you stayed with me for the whole thing. I want to close it out right now by just saying this. The Terra rebels need to have more ownership of what is going on. They need to be paid what they're worth. They need to be given value for the work that they're doing, or we all need to walk away and just say, oh, well, it's just not going to happen, or just keep crying, because you already sound like a baby if that's all you're doing is crying about it. And I don't like it. Well, cool. Put a binky in your mouth and shut up. And if that offends you, I ain't hard to find, baby. It's not financial advice. My name is Bleaves. I'm always right. Go Terra rebels, and yeah.
I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways